shoe game, even on men. But did you know that you should be paying more attention to your feet like you do your hair and your face? Joining me at the Mighty to Empower chairs is a doctor from Dreyer Medical Clinic who's board certified in foot surgery. He did his undergraduate studies at Indiana University. He completed his graduate studies at Scholl College of Podiatry Medicine and Surgery in Chicago. And he also completed his residency at St. Joseph Regional Medical Center in South Bend, Indiana. And he's affiliated with Presence Mercy and Russ Copley Hospitals. Ladies, there's some information today that you may not want to hear, but we got to tell it to you. So please stay tuned. Please welcome Dr. Ibrahim Taha. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm thankful to have you. I don't know that we want to hear the information you're going to tell us today.
I think you will.
All right. I don't know. You're about to mess up my shoe game here.
Well, knowledge is power.
Yeah, applied knowledge, maybe.
Correct.
Applied knowledge. So, Doc, let's start with the basic. What is podiatry and why is it important?
Podiatry is the diagnosis and treatment of conditions of the foot, ankle, and related structures.
Okay, great. So it's all things here.
Yes.
All things great here. So on this show, we deal with a lot of health issues, a lot of
Correct, yes.
fitness issues and those kind of things. And as you see, I have different types of shoes here because, you know, we wear high, we wear low, but we may not know some of the reasons why we shouldn't be wearing these shoes all the time or even a short period of time. We have conditions like obesity and diabetes.
Correct.
Those two are like huge when it comes to things that affect your feet.
Absolutely.
And the upper body. So let's start with obesity and just some of the things that people are coming in to see you for and why, and it was caused by obesity.
There are many different conditions people come in for, everything from bunions to hammer toes to Achilles tendon ruptures or tears. Obesity is a big contributing factor because basically when you have more weight on the same amount of area, you wind up with more force and more pressure on that area. Okay. Also, obesity is a big contributor nowadays to conditions such as diabetes. And diabetes has a really complex set of systems that it affects. Basically everything from the skin down to the bone is affected, and the vasculature, muscles, everything in between.
Wow. See, and people normally, when they're thinking about diabetes, they're just thinking, oh, I just got to maintain my sugar level. Oh, I got to, oh, I have to, check my glucose or whatever every day. But not do we ever spend a lot of time worrying about why diabetes has a bigger effect on our feet and some of the things that are happening. What's happening with the feet when it comes to diabetes specifically?
With diabetes, many times you can wind up with conditions such as diabetic neuropathy, which means sometimes the sensation is not the same as it used to be or is improper in the feet. So sometimes you'll get numbness, tingling, or burning sensation. Okay. You can also have calcification of the vasculature, the arteries and veins that come in and out of the foot that supply blood to the foot. These can be affected. You can wind up with breakdown and ulceration of the skin, partially because you're not feeling it the same way. And this can lead to wounds on the foot, which can become infected and can sometimes lead to amputation, loss of limb, and loss of life as well.
Wow. So that's when we see a lot of lost circulation in the foot and the numbness, and a lot of times you do see the sores. And now that I think about it, I do see people with diabetes. You see the sores, and that's because of the diabetes, the obesity, and whatever else has caused a direct impact on the foot. I guess worst case scenario is you have to get it amputated and taken away.
Diabetes is at an epidemic level in America today. Unfortunately, we have somewhere around 40% of children that are categorized as obese, and that sometimes leads into adulthood and can have some significant ramifications long term.
Right. Yeah, my mom, dad, and my brother, all of them are diagnosed with diabetes, and I am on this mission like, no, it's not going to catch up with me. And so I'm very passionate about making sure we get the information out and making sure that I stay within whatever health issues to keep me away from diabetes and things that may affect my feet, particularly because I don't want to stop wearing my shoes now.
Well, that brings us to another subject, which is dressy shoe gear. I'm not saying you can't wear it once in a while if you're having a special night, a graduation, a party, something along that lines.
Okay.
But the more you're in shoes that have a high heel, and a high heel is anything over 1.5 inches, the more time will lead to changes within the foot. That can lead to things like bunions, hammer toes, tendinitis affecting the different tendons and structures within the foot. So the more you can be in a good athletic shoe, and I'm not going to advocate any one particular shoe, but I'm going to say that any good athletic shoe, tennis shoe, cross trainer, those tend to be better for you long term than being in a shoe that is more dressy.
This shoe here is kind of athletic, and the shoe over there, the gray one with the athletic sole.
Not quite, no.
I'm trying, ladies. I'm trying to help us out here. It doesn't seem like it's working. So again, 1.5 inches, because none of these shoes are more than 1.5 inches. But I do take the train to work, as do a lot of other women. And then going to work, people are driving long distances in the car.
Yes.
Again, the tennis shoe, the athletic shoe.
Don't think of it just as weight bearing. Having your foot in that position long term is also not the best for it.
Right.
So part of it is weight bearing, part of it is the kind of surfaces you walk on. Professional women who have been in high heels, their feet tend to be more abused than women who work in a factory in steel-toed boots. In my experience, the ones that come into my practice, shoe gear such as high heel can have very detrimental effects. It leads to tightness of the Achilles tendon. It can lead to bunions forming over time, hammer toes, other conditions of the foot and ankle.
So what can we do on a day-to-day basis? I know we need not wear these all the time, but when we are wearing these, because I'm telling you now, I'm gonna be hard-headed. I'm not about to take my shoes off. I got way too many shoes to wear. But what can I do just on a day-to-day basis? Because I get pedicures, I massage my feet, I put oils, clove or bud oils on the bottom of my feet and just kind of keep it stimulated. Is there something else?
Stretching.
Okay.
Good full range of motion stretching of not just the foot and the ankle, but also the knees, hips, abductors, adductors. Those help out significantly. Exercises such as yoga can also be significantly helpful. And a big contributor is keeping weight under control. Sometimes just an increase of 10 to 15 pounds may be the difference between having no pain and having significant pain.
Oh, yeah.
Because it actually increases the amount of pressure that you wind up with on the foot and the ankle.
I just thought of something that, you know those little dividers, when you mentioned yoga, I was thinking, you know,
Yoga
in order
toes.
for yoga, for you to be kind of really good at yoga, your feet need to be spread out as a chicken foot as much as you can in order to keep the balance. So those little spacers that you see that they sell on TV and infomercials, are those,
Not
do
really.
they help your feet, or is
No.
it just gimmick?
More
gimmick
they're
than-
more gimmick. Active stretching on your part is the biggest contributor to good foot health and ankle.
Okay, and I'll put some of that on the website, ladies, just what kind of stretches, because we both have on shoes, but to show what type of stretches that we can do, I'll ask Dr. Taha what those are and put them on the site, so that way you can see what we're supposed to be doing if we're going to be hard-headed doing this. But if you're, you know, increasing your weight, or you have some really big issues, and you have diabetes, ladies, please take heed that we have to do a better job and be more vigilant in taking care of our feet so that we can maintain good health when it comes to our feet.
As a physician, our job is to give you the information, and hopefully you can use it well.
Absolutely.
To make the moderate changes to lifestyle that you need to.
Absolutely. And you know what, ladies, you know what I always say, when you know better, you do better. Thank you, Dr. Taha. I appreciate this time, although it was a little personal for me, but I appreciate the information, and I will definitely utilize it.
Anytime.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.